What if you could transform passive viewing into active engagement by enabling viewers to click on specific items within a video to learn more or make purchases directly? Welcome to One Amazing Thing About Clicktivated. I'm your host, Greg Kihlström, and I'd like to welcome Chris Roebuck, founder and CEO of Clicktivated. He's going to be sharing one amazing thing about their platform with us today. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, looking forward to talking with you. Before we dive in and take a look here, why don't you give a background on yourself and your role at Clicktivated?
Sure. So I am the founder and CEO of Clicktivated. Company's been around for 11 years now, and really our mission from the beginning is always just to make it really simple for viewers to access any piece of information or product directly within video.
Great, great. So we're going to look at a few key features here of the product. But before we do that, can you talk a little bit about who is the user of the platform? Who's the audience and why is this important to them?
Yeah, totally. So, going all the way back to the beginning, again, it was all about, as I mentioned, making it really easy for the viewer to access what they wanted within that piece of content. And what we found over time is there are so many different industries and categories that are looking for ways to not only tell a better story, but then how do they better engage their audience, and ultimately how do they monetize, how do they capture better data, more important data, or more valuable data, I should say. And that's really where we fit into this. And we have been focused on a couple different industries globally at this stage. And it's been pretty awesome just to see how videos exploded and ultimately kind of how we're factoring into this new transformation of a format that everybody uses.
Yeah, love it. Well, hey, let's take a look here. Why don't you share your screen and talk us through it?
Sure. So as I'm pulling it up, what I'll kind of start saying is, we do believe in a really clean, user-friendly experience, and everything that we've really ever done has always been with that consumer mindset first. So as you're going to see, we've removed a lot of clutter from the video. We really wanted to make it as simple as seeing something, be able to engage, and then ultimately get you out to those pages to make a purchase and or learn more depending on what the situation is. So in terms of the user experience, or in terms of where we can distribute, we do a lot of embedded, shoppable, and interactive content back on our clients' websites and their different properties. And then we also have a pretty robust ad product as well. But anything when you're distributed on site, we educate the viewer going in that the video is interactive or shoppable. All of this is fully customizable from a graphic standpoint, image, etc. Now when I press play, I'm just going to mute it. Reinforce the message up here in the top left corner, continuing to remind the viewer that it is interactive. And in this video, what's cool about what we've done is as soon as something catches your eye and you want to learn more, our technology now gives you the ability to directly reach out and click it as it's, in this case, being applied from a beauty standpoint. So as you see, I just clicked on that product. The bookmark appears over here on the right side of the video. I can minimize it. I can pull it back in. And at any point in time, I can continue to engage with various products as they're showing up and as they're being used. Those products gather over on the right. And then at any point in time, I can click on one of these and ultimately it's going to lead me out to that specific page to learn more. And more importantly, for our e-commerce partners, it gives that viewer the ability to directly purchase that specific thing that caught their eye and that they obviously reacted very positively to through that piece of content. Now, I'm going to jump back in and just kind of get to the end. It's just to kind of, again, reinforce. So, it's that direct one-to-one connection. So at any point in time during this, whatever product she happens to be using, you can engage. It's showing up. And the thing we love about beauty products tend to be a little bit more invisible, right? So you're seeing something applied. You really don't know exactly what shade it is, what brand it is, et cetera, but we're allowing you to directly get that, in this case, that color of that lip liner and be able to purchase it on the spot. And then at the end of each one of our videos, we do pull in a carousel. So everything that ultimately was clicked will gather over here on the right, and all these bookmarks are dynamic, so you can continue to engage with each one of them. And then we also do pull in a carousel. So every single product that was ultimately shoppable in this case, you have the ability to scroll through everything and then also have the ability to click out. If that product was available, you would have the ability to click out to those specific products directly through the carousel as well. It's also important to point out that we are capturing an incredible amount of really granular user interaction data, which is very unique to our platform, and is ultimately creating a lot of value for our partners.
Yeah. No, this is great to see. Yeah, I was literally just talking a couple hours ago for another interview that I was doing about the power of video, and yet, I mean, it's a little bit of a paradox where, video is super engaging, but it also, people have finite amounts of time that they can dedicate towards something, and even attention spans. And so, this seems like it kind of bridges that gap between, they're engaged in the video, but they can actually buy the product that's on there, versus, I guess the alternative is you see something you like and then you like search for it and try to find it. This is like direct action, right?
Well, yeah, and I love the way you just phrased that, because video, you typically do have an engaged audience because they're watching it. And whether it's an ad or if it's a real piece of content, they're there for a reason. And, the problem is there's never been a way to actually truly engage the audience through that piece of content. You can show them, and then it's basically on them to go find those products on their own. And based on how consumer behaviors have changed so much, if there's not that instant access, and if you can't grab them at that exact moment of like, I like that, I want that, what is that? They're going to get distracted. They're going to move on to something else. And you really missed a pretty substantial opportunity. And when it comes to like video as a whole and storytelling, right? Like forever, and I'm going to speak very broadly here, but all different brands across all different categories have really relied on their storytelling. But we've gotten to a point where storytelling can't carry all of the weight, right? You need to be able to engage. You need to create that differentiated experience, and you need to create that next step for that viewer that ultimately allows you to maximize the value that you can achieve through any piece of content. And that's really what we're here for, and that's ultimately what we do, and we're seeing really awesome results because of it.
That's great. Yeah, just one more thing, about the analytics piece, because I mean that's another thing that seems really compelling is, you make a video with 20 different products and the video is successful, but why, right? So like I would imagine, like what kind of granularity can you get on, again, let's say there's 5 products in that video that you showed, like what kind of granularity can you get on understanding what someone's looking at?
Yeah, no, and it's again, if you have 20 products in a video and you just have a standard, flat passive video, I mean, you're just guessing. What is success, right? Success in video still is looked at as like, oh, well, we had a 96% completion rate or a 90% or whatever the completion rate number is. But again, that doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't allow you to show that path from video, product, and then ultimately out the page. So in terms of the data that we're able to collect, we are collecting all of that in video consumer interaction data broken down by specific product or other item. So we're the only platform that is really able to break down that level of granularity when it comes to consumer preference and consumer engagement within the video on those individual products. And then we're able to then track them out to those pages. And in some cases, we can track all the way through from an attribution standpoint to purchase, to booking a reservation, to showing up on property, whatever the situation is. We have an unbelievably robust data platform that allows our partners to really get as much as they really want to out of it.
Nice. Well, I think that qualifies as amazing. Thanks for joining today. One last question for you. For those that are interested, what's the best way for them to learn more?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously you can visit us at our website. We're just clicktivated.com. And if you want some more information, shoot us a note at hello@clicktivated.com. And somebody from the team would be more than happy to get back to you, answer any questions. And we love exploring ideas. So whether you're a big brand, small brand, midsize, you've got content, you're looking for ways to create better engagement and capture some more meaningful and valuable data, reach out. We're always happy to just brainstorm ideas as well.
Wonderful. Love it. Well, again, I'd like to thank Chris Roebuck, founder and CEO of Clicktivated, for joining the show. You can learn more about Chris and Clicktivated by following the links in the show notes.